Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Orcs Must Die. Today with our Apprentice Chaos Key. The plan was, or my initial thought was to go for another hidden gem. The Icicle Impaler combined with Ice Resonator. The Icicle Impaler was a trap that froze enemies with the first hit, which sounds really amazing. I ran a few tests and it appears it does not work the same way anymore. It does not freeze enemies immediately. So that's a huge bummer, and this trap is not really worth it. It offers way too many disadvantages, the same way as the wall issue does. Again, the only upside of the Icicle Impaler was that it freezes enemies immediately. However, it does not offer this advantage anymore. Tried it out multiple times, and I have to say I'm hugely disappointed by this trap once again. Anyways, now let's go to the good news. Apprentice Key! Tier 7 this time. So, what do we have in here? It's additional Kamikaze Kobolds. Not a big deal. Disabled gear, primary knockback, we can deal with that. Additional mercenaries might be an issue, but since we do have our BGH ballista, we can work with that. More mana drops does not matter. Spawn protection. Yuck. It's annoying, but not a big deal. Celebration dance, a bad combination with additional mercenaries. Mercenaries spawn on death, that means we are not allowed to die anymore. And we do have lightning armor. Basically no lightning hero or lightning based hero. There's almost likely less lightning based traps. Just to be safe. Alright, thankfully it's throne room, so I'm definitely going with my usual throne room loadout for Riftlord. That means it's not that of a big deal. Okay, let's go with Smolder. Now let's go with the standard skin. Does not really matter. Our gear does not matter. Okay. And for the Guardian, we definitely go with a Shield Guardian for the immediate defense. We will need it in the first couple of rounds. Of course, it depends how it goes, well it goes. And I definitely go with the Cook Guardian as a primary. It's basically our last wave of defense. The plan is to route the enemies towards the Cook, not towards the Priest, because we do need some more mobility and more time to react against Sappers. That's why we will route them to the Cook and not to the Priest. If we would route them to the Priest, the north entrance is way too far away, so Sappers which are coming from north could cause few issues. Anyways, so this is basically our build. Screw you, Icicle Impaler. This will be our build right here. Yeah, this is correct. This is the Haymaker and a Ballista. There it is. There we go. This is our build, which we will go for. It's basically the grinder for the sides, which is a great combination with the Haymaker. Together with Flow Scorchers, fire is always beneficial. Also will trigger our flip traps and our Haymaker. So, but first off, my flip trap and my Haymaker are currently blue. So before we go into our traits, let's fix them up. Flip trap is currently missing a fire trigger. What trap have I used the past few days? I can't really remember anymore. Lightning Rod? Okay, Lightning Rod is one of them. Let's equip it to the flip trap again. There we go, just in case. Even though the fire trigger has only an activation chance of 10%, but it's still more than 0%. So 10% is very, very little and barely matters. Oh, there we go. But if it matters, it's really beneficial. So that means we'll include it into the Haymaker. Also considering we do have light minions primarily, we can go with the Kinetic Reclaimer. Accordingly, of course this one is really hard to prove, but accordingly to Nananea from Robot, the Kinetic Reclaimer does 10% from minions who are thrown around. They can work on themselves. As soon as it activates, the trap goes into a short cooldown, and then it will activate itself immediately. Of course, it's really hard to test, and I don't really... I mean, currently I'm not really in the mood to test it out, considering we do have a key. So let's go with a heat trigger. There we go, we have our Fire Lady once again. The BGH Ballista, of course, really important against those extra mercenaries. And for the last trade, what do we take? What is really beneficial? Let's go with a Fire Cell, so our Flow Scorchers are a little bit cheaper. The benefit of the Smashing Gears, of course, our Flip Traps, Grinder, Haymaker and the BGH Ballista are a little bit cheaper because they're physics traps, physics-based traps. And there we go, we're also going for the wall building PhD, just in case any Zebra makes it through. And yeah, I think we should go with normal barricades, just in case. The ultimate set of tools are always beneficial due to the increased damage from our traps. And that's about it. We don't need anything else. Again, no gear. Just need to focus a little bit on our guardians and our traps, and that's about it. So let's go. And let's see how hard the enemies are now. At this point, this loadout would most likely kick my ass in Rift Lord, considering I'm not the greatest player in the universe, unfortunately. Or not yet, one of those. But let's see how it works out in Apprentice. Alright, there we go. What could cause an issue is spawn protection together with Sapros. That's always a pretty bad combination. I'm not a huge fan of it. But again, let's see how it works out. Chances are it's not really that important and it will not matter. But I still have some doubts, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, first off, we place our Scorchers towards the middle, so we gain more time if enemies are flipped back. Then we go with our Viscous Tower, so enemies stay a little bit longer on it. We'll also increase the effect of our Flow Scorchers, and we go for some Flippers. And we also could go with another wave of Viscous Towers. Considering my Viscous Tower currently has increased money gain, so it increases the bounty of every enemy by 4% as soon as they step on it. It's slightly beneficial to wait it out. And there we go, that's the first Zebra wave we have. Alright, scary, scary, scary! Worked out! Perfect. There we go, knockback, not that beneficial. But there we go. Thankfully, due to the time they need to cross our Viscous Tower, their spawn protection will deplete itself. So let's go with one of them. There we go. And of course, humans always not the easiest enemies. Due to the normal shield plus the spawn protection, it's a pretty evil combination. So there we go, let's see, what do we need? Movement speed is not as important, I feel like. Would open up Viscous Tower. Increase Fireball, the damage by 10% matters very, very little against humans. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So let's go with mana. I usually like mana for Smolder. Considering she's more or less melee, and her right click is a really great ability. And because of the right click, she basically is a melee hero. I mean, it's more beneficial to go with more mana. Just in range. Okay, he's gone. We cannot stop him. Now let's go for... Alright. I forgot to dance. Okay, there we go. I don't think this flip is that bad. Let's see how it works out. This flip trap is really beneficial. And there we go. Those humans are a little bit stronger by now. But thanks to the time it costs for them to cross the first tower, we do have more time. Or they do have more time to reactivate the flipper. AKA the flip trap. Okay. Regenerative bears, really beneficial. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Also, this Guardian, a great help to regen some HP. Okay, now we go into some more or less risky stuff. Let's close up this direction. And as soon as this wave is done, we will prepare ourselves for the second entrance. I don't like how this Sapper is still alive. And relatively healthy. Okay, that bear is done. Let's just ignite everything. And that should do it. So let's see in here. Even though I am a huge, or more or less huge fan of Dragon Breath, I still enjoy her tankiness. So let's go with more HP. Just because of her weird melee kit. Okay, there we go. First couple of waves went pretty good. Now in here, what do we need in here? I usually open up with Viscous Tower. Viscous Tower because for the increased slow, of course. Then we go with a couple of haymakers. Few grinders, and then theoretically 1, 2, and not enough for the third Scorcher. But 3 Scorcher, and right after the Viscous Tower we go with more flip traps. So every enemy that might survive this area right here will be flipped back. Of course it's a little bit risky and not that effective. Okay, come on. Considering enemies will activate the flip traps and the Scorcher a little bit more than they should, because they will be thrown around, but it's not the worst thing. Alright, he's still alive, but it's okay. It is currently okay. And there we go, he died. He got killed by our cook. So in here we definitely go with... Yeah, let's go with 1 ballista, just in case. And there we go, that should be good, right? The rest dies relatively easy, we definitely should go with more haymaker. And there we are, okay. Now it's boss time. We should still rotate. Unfortunately, the entire build is not like forget it and forget it. Set it and forget it, I mean forget it and forget it. Okay, this is bad. This might be bad. Okay, there we go. Grab the health, kill the bears. We could stall for some more time, but it's not needed. There we go. Just get rid of the archers and let's go back. Just 2 more waves until the punishment is over. In here we could go for some more Whiskey Star, just in case. Matters little, thankfully, but we should keep it in mind that it might save our ass at some point. Well, the Cyprus in the north. I am confused right now. And let's get rid of the bears, at least the majority of them. And we do have the knockbacks, so be careful what you shoot. There we go. And who is here? Ah, it's dead already. There we go. Also, let's go with 1 BGH Ballista right there. And we do have a Pride Hunter. He shouldn't be a big deal. There we go. Okay, this is... that's less smart. It works out. There we go. Now last wave. Thankfully this wave does not have any boss, so we are relatively fine-ish. Of course we should play it a little bit safe due to our Sapper issue, but that's fine. There we go. Let's go with A, Explosion, aka Incinerate. There we go. Now we just wait for every enemy that either dies or is oh, that survives our kill box. There we go. It sounds so hard to keep a clear mind of what's currently going on. Okay, second entrance is clear. Looks very good. First one also clear. And it's done. We have officially reached the next stage of our key. So let's see about new modifiers. Almost 10 million, not bad. And no new modifier. That's a little bit surprising. But the next map is Bunky Hall, so that seems like an easy win. An easy tier 8 key. Let's go for some randomness, because it's so fun, having 80 chips. Alright, anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you everybody for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider to like and to subscribe. If you have any feedback, questions, or ideas whatsoever, just leave a comment in the section down below. Thank you for watching everybody, and have a nice day. Until next time.